Hello everybody and welcome along to Silverstone. We are here for the third time this season for Tier 3 here at Amethyst Racing, and it is, well, it's showing a very nice sunny day, and hopefully that is what we are going to get because we've had far too many wet races this season. I am once again joined by the man himself, Mr. William Swan.
I am here, and that is me.
Well, as you can see, there is 2 DRS zones around this track, 2.1 miles of circuit, 11.3 metres of elevation, 18 turns, all of which having their own specific names, which me and Will are definitely going to get right.
Yep.
Turn 1 and 2, we saw Perez and Raikkonen 2021. Here you go. We've got some beautiful little videos for you guys to feast your eyes on when we get into the lobby. Obviously, the Hamilton and Verstappen at Cops, which Will Swan was very happy about. Incident in 2021 as well, as you can see Verstappen there flying off into the barrier. And here we go. Here are the 3 compounds of tyres that are going to be available to the drivers this weekend. We've got the 3 hardest compounds of tyres, C3, C2 and C1, with the softs starting at C3 and the hards ending at C1. Also the inters and wets, but hopefully we won't see too much of that this weekend, and the intro's playing again. My apologies, but here we go, as hopefully the hood will load once again. Cause
You'll be looking.
oh, it's up already. We're not even in the game and it's already up. Look at that. Don't you love to see that?
That's got to be a first, mate.
I
Surely.
think that is a first. I think that is a first. We've got a pretty stacked grid. I think that's Zervad joining now, so I think that's a full grid now, right?
Should be. Should be. Yeah.
So we should have a full grid for Silverstone, which is going to be interesting. How many people do you think are going to finish the race?
Well, at least 5 of them are going out turn 1. We're gonna get a red flag. We're restarting again, and then 3 people go out, and
Wow,
then
Mr.
I reckon,
Optimistic over here.
yeah, I reckon 12 people finish this race. 12.
Wow, look at you, mate. Aren't you a nice guy?
Yeah, and also really funny because he said that he wants Jeff and Luke on commentary. Funnily enough, they're both in tier 3, so explain how you want that to happen. Yeah, good one. Right.
Can we get Luke and Jeff back? What, on commentary? Ew. I don't
That's
think of
disgusting.
anything worse.
God, you're in for a snooze fest, really.
Yeah. But it is a nice sunny day for qualifying. And it looks like the Mercedes... Oh, actually, I don't know. I think it's an AlphaTauri getting out first. If I saw correctly. Which...
It always is.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Wait, no, no, it's not.
No, it was Q7 Monaco,
It was
wasn't it?
Kosev. But it's Jonathan Hannestad, the first one out. Front row start last time out in Monaco, but had a pretty poor getaway. I think it was a bit decent because he said with the lights. Not sure how true that is, but we'll see. Don't mean to call him out like that, but no. Let's see what he can do. Qualifying around here can be very close. I think it's head to Unfeet.
Optimistic.
Oh, no, it's not Unfeet. It's his teammate. Oh god, it's going to be hard having so many drivers. I think it's Kingma. Stefan Kingma. He's going to be the first driver now to start a lap. And just behind him, is that Best or Vasilev?
That's best. The goat.
Best.
To be honest, they're both goats. I shouldn't say that.
But Best
We
is
love
back today. I think he will be gone for the next 2 though.
He should
So,
be, yeah.
It's Quentin Livingston leading the championship ahead of Best after getting his win out in Monaco by, what was it, something like 30 seconds and lapping up all the way to P3.
Something daft like that.
So he's extended his lead over Best, but Best might have a chance at defending. And also Vasilev being here could play a crucial role into Best getting himself back into this championship fight, or even Vasilev getting himself up there as well, because after his good weekend, his first weekend this season,
And only.
in Portimao, he got himself back into the fight.
I'm pretty sure he's raced once, and he got himself up in like P3 in the championship or something. In one race.
Yeah.
I don't know where he is now. Actually, I'll have a look. He is 6th in the championship with 1 race. It's only 39 points behind Livingston. He can claw back. He's got that McLaren in him.
There we go. Sorry. Anyway, we are going on board with Stefan Kingma as he starts his first flying lap and the first flying lap here in qualifying today. As he
Taking the
navigates
40 curbs.
and he goes up to the loop now onto the Wellington Straight. As you like, what was the one you're making fun of before? Aintree.
Livingston spun on an outlap, warming up his tyres.
Oh jeez. But
Championship.
Kingma navigating Brooklands and now into Luffield as he'll get back on the power as he heads down now to down the old pit straight, which is actually not really an old pit straight because it's still used by GT3, I think it is.
Shut up, man.
But alright, nerding out. Anyway, through Cops he goes, absolutely flat out. Not pushing the limits up to the track limits there, using only a little bit of the curb as he heads through Maggots and Beckett's. What a beautiful piece of racetrack this is, as you'll stay hooked into the right and swing it back round to the left. Once again, not using the track to its full extent, as he'll open the DRS for the second time this lap and head up to Stowe.
Quickly, can you check telemetry on Puthran and Kosev?
I will in a second. Let's get through these first few laps because we can do that in a minute.
Yeah, alright.
But here comes Kingman now up to the Vale chicane and into the club section, the final part of his lap. And what is it going to be? As here he comes up to the line. It's a 128.1 for Kingman, sorry. As next cross line is going to be Kelsey Best. Actually, this is not helpful.
And he's put in probably a better qualifying lap than I could have.
Yeah, Best doing a 28.0 there. A good lap from him as Putan also puts in the time. So does Cassie. Just a couple tenths off Best at the moment. And it is Luke Martin next across the line. I didn't quite catch him before he crossed the line, but it is P4 for him, a 28.3 for Luke Martin. As next cross line will be Unfi, but he hasn't validated, so it's going to be God, who is that? Hiker?
Hiker. Yep, I think. No.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh God,
Yes.
this is
Ah.
this is
Good
difficult.
commentary.
This is difficult. I'm going to try and get the AlphaTauri, but there goes Nilsson across the line. P5 for him, 28.4.
Luke Martin once again disappointing the world.
Doing a 2-minute lap time. Kind of impressive. Oh, when he spun it. As
dear.
Sargent actually comes across the line, 28.3. I think I deserve to give
Give him
Sargent a
his
bit
last
of praise after his TikTok that's gone a little bit popular.
Yeah, good job, Sergeant, on your popular TikTok.
I don't think
Wow.
he's too happy about it. It was the one where we called him Nikita Mazepin.
I'm sorry, Sarge. I didn't mean it. Just fun and games. Can we mention Luke Martin's confidence of Silverstone last week?
Yeah, Luke
Hamilton.
Martin did like to say that he was one of the fastest people here. To be fair
Apparently-
though, to be fair to him, have we ever seen Luke Martin only under 3/10 off the back of Kelsey Bass this season?
I don't think so, but apparently he was matched with me on pace last season. So
What did
it
you
just
do in
needs-
quali? Do you remember?
what, in tier 2 or in tier
In tier 2.
3? In tier 2 I did a 27.5.
Right, let's see how close he can get to you.
Yeah, he only needs to shave off another 8/10.
But I believe Vasil Vasilev is on a lap here, so we'll hop on board with him as he exits Maggots and Beckett's and enables
think-
DRS.
Yep, okay. Yep, my bad. Vasilev is definitely next across the line.
Oh, I don't know if he's going to go into pits though. He's only got
Nice.
0.5 fuel left.
Is it not Dugat, mate? I think
Is
Dugat's
it
coming
Dugat?
across first. Unless he's starting a lap.
Oh, no,
Oh,
Ducat-
he's
oh, he
spun
got a big snap. And he has run it off track, but he does cross the line. 28.1 for him.
Vasilev.
Vasilev is committing to his lap. Where does he go? P3 at 28.2 for the McLaren driver, but he's got not a lot of fuel left, so it could be a struggle to get back into the pit lane.
Connor, I'm
yeah.
not saying I love it, but I love it.
You love what?
The McLaren 1-3, obviously.
Okay.
Also, are you going to check Core 7 proof runs? Tell them.
Oh yeah, Puthran.
Actually, is Livingston on a lap there?
Well, it says he's got 0% tires, but he's also
Is
in
he
the
not
pits.
Yeah, he's in the pits.
Who was the one?
It was Core 7, I think. But he's
in the
also in the
pits as well.
pits. That's great.
Oh, but it does say his tires are 1 lap old. So who knows? Oh, but Best is actually up on his lap. Best is a 10th up on his time, according to this. Is he even on? He's not on a lap though. Never mind. He's on an
No,
out
he's
lap.
not. I think the next person on a lap, I think it's Livingston. But actually, no, I could be wrong. There's others in front of him, to be fair. I'll have a look.
It does look like he is. I think he was the last one to cross the line. That wasn't on the. That was on an out lap.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it's going to be... Should be Livingston, yeah. I wonder if he was being taking the 4G lines. Maybe he's been eating up all the sausage curbs. Apparently that
Here
gets you...
comes Zachary Livingston round the final corner. Last time out, race winner. Only managing P8 on his first run here in qualifying. Or his first valid time set in here in qualifying. And I don't know why. Oh, that's why. There we go.
I don't think he's going to be happy with that lap, to be honest. Being P8, he knows he's faster than that. And we know he is. It's also not going to help him a lot in the championship being P8, so... Who's next? On a lap. Is that Cassie? No, Cassie's starting a lap.
I think everyone coming around is starting a lap. Unless
Yeah.
Zerveld. Oh no, that's not Zerveld. Right then, so is it the AlphaTauri next? Is that
They're invalid.
Magnussen?
He's invalid, so...
Invalid. Who's that? The Williams? Is that
Sharma.
Sharma?
Sharma's on a lap. He's P17 if you need that.
Yes, I do. Sharma is on the lap, and here he comes now down the hill out of Stowe. As he will come into the Vale chicane. A little bit wide there, a little bit understeer kicking in for the Williams driver. So he'll slightly put his foot down on the right hand pedal, and it'll only manage in P10 here in qualifying, but it's a good start if he wants to, he's trying to put in a banker just to get himself a representable time up on the board. Who is next? I think it's his teammate, isn't it? Is Nilsson?
It's not. He's
No?
just started. I think it should be... I think it'll be best. because he's low on his battery.
Yeah,
So,
it
yeah.
could be best. I did see him
It
on
is
an outlap before, but here he goes, back on the power once again. It's not an improvement in Sector 1 or 2, but it is a new fastest time. It's 27.9 for Kelsey Best, extending his lead now, nearly 2/10 to Kingmer in P2, who's, by the way, put in an absolutely cracking lap there.
Cassie's next, coming across the line.
Here comes Ben Cassie round the final corner. What can he do? Oh, it's
Whoa.
200ths of a second off of Kelsey Best's time. That is close margins out there between the Ferrari and McLaren.
Next proof run, I think. Unless the Alpine in front's on the lap. Yeah, it was Unfi's.
Oh, Unfi's gone up to P4.
Unfi's
P5,
gone
mate,
back.
that as Puthran now takes provisional pole away from Kelsey Best by 1/10 of a second. And what a great lap that is from the Mercedes driver. He's had a bit of a misfortune in the last few races, but he stepped it back up here today as Ice Cream... Oh, it's not Ice Cream.
Should be Hannestad. P16.
Here comes Hannestad now out of Stowe once again. We'll see what he can do through the Vale chicane and then on to Club. Taking it very tight there as he exits and puts his foot on the right hand pedal. Bit of a snap and he's lost the back end coming out the final corner. And he's now sideways on track. Needs to be careful that he doesn't collect anyone here when he rejoins. Ice Cream crosses the line. P5 for him.
Good first lap
from him.
He's only went from P17 to P16 with that lap, so it's not much of an improvement. I think... Who do I have next? Is it Luke Martin's next across the line?
Fluke Martin, as he was called in Monaco, has invalidated.
True. Oh, he has. Fluke Martin. That wasn't a fluke you meant to invalidate.
Is it Nilsson? Nilsson's invalidated as well.
Looks like one of the Alfa Romeos, maybe, I think. Nope, he's on an outlap.
Ferrari 2 minutes to the pit, so is it the Haas? Is that Zerveld?
Yeah, it's Masic, but he's in the pits.
Oh, he's in the pits.
I think it'll be the Red Bull of Sargent, who's just went purple sector 2 apparently. He's coming out of store now. It's in P9.
Ethan Sargent had a bit of misfortune over in Monaco, catching the inside barrier. It's easily done. What can he do here in qualifying at Silverstone? The bright blue helmet on the Red Bull, up to P8 for him, and displaces Fluke Martin from P8.
Is Livingston on a lap there? No, he's not.
The Red Bull behind has just finished a lap, so it might be Hiker. Is that?
Hiker's just set a lap as well.
Hiker's invalidated as well.
Hannestad just set a lap, didn't he?
Oh no. What about the Haas?
Zerveld's starting a lap, so it won't be him. Fluke Martin's invalidated again. Nilsson will be next. He's coming down the hangar straight now.
Once again, just like he did in Portimao, reserving for the Williams team. Got him on podium there, but he's coming to the pits.
Strange. Is that Vasilev on a lap? It is.
Is it?
Yes.
It is.
It is.
So here he comes once again as the Vale chicane. Back on the power ever so slightly. Don't want to spin it on that outside curb. Try and take as much of that inside curb as you can to cut the time, but it's not an improvement, I don't think. Was that?
No, I don't think it was.
28.2.
But Doug has just improved. He's went P10 with that lap, 28.3.
Yeah, up to the top 10 for David Ducker, who also didn't have the best fortune in Monaco after having a great start.
Next to across the line will be Livingston because the two in front of him haven't validated. So
Zachary Livingston.
with his 28.5 that he definitely wants to improve on because, well, it's not going to be good enough for him if he wants to win a championship, yeah?
No, but it's saying he's 2/10 down on Puthran's time as he comes through Sector 2.
Oh!
Oh my god!
He's in the wall!
Yeah, he's had a bit of a spin there. Saw similar stuff happening in Tier 2 last week, at the weekend, but he can just nip into the pit straight away and get a fresh set of soft tyres on to his Ferrari. But that was a close call for Livingston there.
He's very lucky to not have a rear wheel come off there when he's hit the wall. That was quite a whack.
That was quite a whack.
I think Kursev will be next. No, sorry, he's on full battery. I think everyone's just starting the final laps now.
Yeah. Is there spun Alfa Romeo, is that?
On his in lap, yeah, it's Duck that spun on his in lap.
Poor Duck.
Average Duck moments. only he could bottle it in Monaco as well. He's bottled it everywhere, to be fair. He's being fast, you know, but he can't keep it up with a wall.
Let's get a lap with Kelsey Best here, as he is going to be, I think, the first one to start a new lap in the late stages qualifying here, if I'm not wrong.
I'm looking now. It should be. It might. I think it's Kosev actually, but
Kosev.
yeah, and he's just got best behind them.
Where's not Brad Kosev? 50.
He's 15th.
We're on board with Kosev as he puts the power back down to get onto the old pitch straight, hooking it tight to that white line on the inside there. As he'll power now through to Cops. Not downshifting a gear, just... Oh no, he does. A little bit late into the corner though. I'm not sure if he's on automatic gears, maybe. But he's a controller player coming through Magnus and Beckett's. This must be the worst experience you could have on this game. As he'll get back on the power, runs it a little bit wide, understeer kicking in on the Alfa Romeo. But once again, deploying that DRS as he'll fly now down into Cops. Not Cops, Stowe even. And
Nice one.
they're nice. I told you, I told you we were going to get them wrong.
Exactly, we are going to get these right, definitely.
But running it right up to the white lines on the exit of Stowe, up into the Vale chicane, swings it left, then right again, and hooks it all the way around, back onto the power, crosses the line, up to P4 for Kalyan Kosev. What a great lap that was
Best's coming to the
from
pit.
the Bulgarian.
Best and Validated, he's coming to the pit lane. We've got Kingman next. He's gone fastest, 27.7. He's faster by a tenth over Pufran.
Wow.
He's been really good in qualifying.
He has been a very good qualifier. Been good in the race as well. He's been bringing the results for the Alpine team. Here comes Jacob Nelson across the line. I think he's just starting a lap though.
Yep.
Heiko, is that? It is Heiko. Is he starting a lap?
Next one across the line on a fast lap, I think, will be. Both of the Mercs are on our lap.
Wow, is that what's that Ferrari?
The Ferrari's on an our lap. That's Livingston on our lap there. And the car's behind.
And Heiko just invalidated on the loop.
Sharma's invalidated. He's gone to the pits, and Hannestad is on a lap, I think. Yeah, he's coming around the final corner now. Hannestad.
Here comes Jonathan Hannestad round the final corner. It's a 28.7 for him, and does improve, I think, but it stays P15. Is that a Alfa Romeo? Is that? No, it's stuck on an out lap. It doesn't look like Best is going to get another lap in. He's going to have to stay P3 at best for Best.
Very good.
I didn't actually mean to do that.
Yeah, but you're proud of that one. Sure.
Is that an Alfa Romeo into the pits as well? Who's that? Kosev.
Is
done with this session. So best he can do is P5.
As is Cassie.
Who is next to finish the lap? Come on, give me some information here.
Oh God, come on, I'm not this good.
Oh, and a spin for Jonathan Hannestad. I think that's the third one we've seen this session. So he's not enjoying that setup or this track.
Right, next lap, Ice Cream is currently P6 with a 28.1. He's coming around the final corner now.
There he comes, up to 6th gear on the final corner, and goes P2 onto the front row for Ice Cream in the final stage of this qualifying session. Next across the line is Magnussen, not yet set a time in Silverstone. Here he goes, up to 6th gear, just like Ice Cream did, but only manages P14, ahead of his teammate though. As who's this?
Luke Martin's coming across the line, and he's fluked a P9. Whee!
P9 for Luke Martin.
As well, and then we've got Livingston behind on a lap, so this is a big one to watch.
So that Livingston, we saw him having a little bit of an oopsie, as you would say, as he came through Stowe. A little bit of a snap on exit. Only P12 for Livingston, the multiple pole sitter here in season 6 even.
Who's got a grid penalty, goes P7, but that will be P10, I think. He's got a 3 place.
Sargent doesn't improve, stays P11. As
teammate Masic is coming across the line now.
Masic coming across the line in the Haas. What can he do? Stays P15, goes up to P15, pushing down Magnussen.
We've got Vasilev coming across the line next, I think.
Let's see what can Vasilev do. Can he move himself any further up than P9? Currently half a second away from that pole position, and it doesn't improve.
And I don't think the Alfa Romeo have got improved behind him either, but we've got Nilsson coming across next. Currently P14 with a 28.4.
I think he's out of fuel.
He's run out of fuel.
So I think that is it for qualifying.
Looks that way, yes.
But Ice Cream and Kingma locking out the front row. Who would have thought? It's a maiden pole position for Kingma in his, I believe, his debut season.
It is, yeah. I think that's got to be Ice Cream's first front row.
I think it is as well.
Well,
Oh yeah, telemetry. We'll check in the race. Sorry. Would you rather have commentary or boring telemetry?
Exactly. That's like asking would you rather have Luke Martin and Jeff Pavich or Conor Radcliffe and Will Swan?
Exactly. Guys, would you not just want me to commentate tier 1 and tier 2 with Will? Wouldn't that just be the best?
Well, lobby
Nelson
restart.
invalidated a 28-0 apparently.
It's very sad for him, but it's not sad for us because he's not our driver for today. Right, do you want to run through the order quickly? Or...
Yeah, I'm just getting
Well, we've got 4 seconds, Connor. Right,
getting
King Matt, Ice
screenshots.
Cream, Prufran, Best, Cassie, Kosev, Zerveld, Unfeed, Vasilev, and I think Fluke Martin rounds off the top 10. There you go. That's all you need to know, really. But Zerveld
What the
does
hell?
have a
When
three
did
place.
when did Anolf get disqualified?
I don't know.
Anyone slower than 0.524 from pole should
Hang
be
on.
allowed to start.
Let us guess. That's 1,000th of a cut off from Luke Martin's time. So Luke Martin should not be allowed to start, and anyone below.
Okay.
I agree with that statement, but I think if you are exactly 525 thousandths off of pole, then you just shouldn't be able to race today. I think it's a disgrace.
Yeah, no, for definite. Right, I do believe we have a guest coming up of Oliver McWilliams, the Aston Martin team principal, here to entertain us while we have a brief intermission for the grid penalties to be put in place. But welcome, Oliver.
Hello.
How are we?
A little bit stressed, I won't lie.
Well, I mean, your driver seems to be struggling out there. I caught Heike running over track limits quite early on in his lap. Is it just a bit of pressure kicking in the final stages, or?
Maybe so. I think before the session I kind of went in and had a wee chat with him, but I don't think I was that intimidating. I kind of pressured him and invalidating twice, but we just have to move on. You know what they say, when you're at the very bottom, the only way is up. So
Yeah, well, I mean, not a great qualifying for you. P19 and P20. It's not where you want to be.
well, that P20 was.
Yeah, do you want to talk through this? Because I didn't actually catch how he got disqualified.
So I haven't been sent the clip yet, but apparently he said he's had it. From what I saw, he spun out of Maggots and Beckett's, and at some point trying to re-enter the track, he was given black flags for quote unquote going backwards. So I mean, the DSQs, I'm presuming DSQs are also money, like fines as well for having that happen. So
you don't get if you DSQ. It depends if it did any damage.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, I should be okay. But yeah, just eyes forward for the race. There's plenty more that could happen. Obviously, you were not shying away from talking about the potential of wet weather. You know, if that comes into play, all of a sudden, this already pretty shooken up grid could maybe be shook back in the order, or something else that's a lot better for us, hopefully. But yeah, it certainly promises to be a good race, especially after seeing what happened in tiers 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I mean, you had the loan of Potts racing for you in tier 2, and I mean, he took a bit of a gamble. Will you be taking that into mind if it's a wet start?
I'm not engineering them, but I probably should start that. But
Now you want to sit here and be interviewed by us instead.
Yeah.
Of course. What else would I want to do on a fine Wednesday evening at half past 7 at night? Yeah. I trust their judgment wholeheartedly, especially after Portimao, where we got that strategy perfect.
Yeah, and I mean,
We didn't.
Well, I mean, it's all been coming together for your team so far. I mean, you had like 3 podiums in a row now, something like that.
Yes, we have.
Monaco, and then Silverstone in tier 1 and tier 2.
Yeah.
So you're looking for the hat trick here to get another podium in tier 3?
I would be a very happy boy if we got another podium tonight.
And has Hiker or Adolf said anything about how they're feeling for this race? Are they feeling confident and they're going to be able to make the way through the pack?
Adolf said he's confident his pace is around the lower parts of the points, which I'm not gonna have any definitive comments on because he didn't really exactly give like evidence. He just kind of said that, oh yeah, I reckon I'm around that pace. But I'd like to think at this point of the season we're finally getting our heads down and we're trying to get back up to those dizzying heights from last season.
Well, good luck with that, Rory Bates. So Will, is there anything you want to add?
Not really. Just you'll never fill Rory Bates's boots. I'm sorry. But...
I'm more than aware of it. Don't worry. I just do my best to try and like be the crappy spin-off.
You're doing a good job.
Netflix adaptation.
Yeah, I'm messing.
Alrighty, well, thank you for hopping up here, and it's been good
No
talking to you, and good luck for the race.
Likewise. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Good luck to yourselves as well.
Thank you. Alrighty, well, we will be getting underway very shortly. We've got all the drivers in the lobby. I'm sure the grid is just being formed now. But who is ready for 26 laps of Silverstone? Tier 3, woo!
Yeah.
Go outside, mate. Will Swan is a cheap Max House.
It's just not true, though, is it?
No, it's not. If anything, Max Housley's a cheap Will Swan. Oh, Strix054, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're tuning in for the Tier 3 race here in Great Britain.
I think if there's a McLaren 1-2, then I think I'll sub to the channel.
Oh my god.
I'll pay out my own
Everyone
pockets
move out the way.
Well, we get money for it. So, I mean... Hi, Luke.
Hello. I needed to use the bathroom. That's why I didn't come up here quicker.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Just tell the entire stream that,
Yeah, yes, tell the whole stream.
I came up here to set up the grid.
Oh, you know what? I can go and do that with you if you want. I did send you a message.
I'll just single something.
Yeah, Connor, you single something. Luke?
I'll single something, everybody. Who wants to hear me sing?
It's going to be Arctic Monkeys.
Is it?
No, you, yeah. Kingma 1.
Wait, you're still here?
Oh, where's he gone?
What an idiot. Oh my god, guys. Did you hear this? What an absolute melon. Trying to read out the grid to me. I'm not doing it. Oh, what a melon. Anyway, do you guys want some polls? Let's do some polls. This will be interesting. There you go. 2-minute poll going up. Will there be a safety car before the end of lap 3? Put your predictions in now. Let's see what you guys think is going to happen this race. 2 people saying yes already. That's filling us all with confidence. That's 3 people now saying yes. Does anyone think there won't be? I guess not. Oh no, it's 3-1. It's 3-1. I don't think there will be. I think we're going to be weirdly surprised about how clean Tier 3 are today. I think after coming off the back of Monaco, they'll all have learned how to race and it'll all be fine. It's 3-2 now. It's 3-2. This is about as boring as watching a football match.
I have returned.
What you have? There's a poll up on the Twitch of whether there'll be a safety car before lap 3.
I'm going to vote on that.
Did you vote yes?
I voted yes.
It's 4-2 now. I don't think there will be. I actually saying I think off the back of Monaco, I think they'll all have relaxed a little bit and all take it a little bit slower. I believe in them. I believe in tier 3. If there's one DNF on the first lap, tier 3, you've lost all my respect.
Oh, yeah, look, your Jeff Papich isn't racing.
But the poll
Yes is
predicted yes. Okay. Can you think of another poll?
Will it rain?
Ooh.
I was gonna say, will Luke Martin have a stinker, but that's a guaranteed yes, so no point.
Yeah, true. Alright, I'm gonna...
Nice, I've got 69 notifications on Twitch. Wee.
Kosef for the
Voting
win.
again will cost me
Oh
shreds.
no,
of credit.
Shrix just said Kosef for the win. And then had to correct himself by saying change it to Kosef. Are you just voting yes loads of times?
Yeah, I just spent like $1,000 of channel points on no. It's called FIA bias, that.
But anyway, it's about time we head to the race, I think.
It should be, yes. It's just about starting up now.
I think No's gonna win because you just voted on it loads of times. How many channel points do you have?
I've only got 6k.
Ah, I've got double that.
I think I just spent 1.1k on voting yes, so take away 11 votes, no should probably be on like 5 votes. So yes is winning.
Alright, well, we're going to be heading down to the grid here. And is it wet?
Oh.
No, it's dry, it's sunny, oh my
Wow.
god.
Goodness. Turns out paying those channel points paid off.
Everyone will vote no now. There you go.
Look at all these man, yous are fake. Disgraceful. Should be ashamed. I'm ready to hear Conor Radcliffe's Murray Walker-esque
Oh, are you
commentary.
ready for this, mate? I'm gonna go.
I'm ready for-
absolutely
I'm ready for
ridiculous.
turn
I'm
one.
gonna sound like Eminem. Some of them on.
Oh dear, please. I'm never commentating with you again. How did no get 28?
Roscoe's bollocks contributed 1,300 channel points.
Yeah, what? Who's contributed how many points for no? Because I got 28 points. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. It's swapped places with yes.
What a melon.
Right, yeah, anyways, the race, Connor.
Here's the
5
race.
red lights,
Heads 5 red lights. No doubt they will be desync from the drivers once again.
as always.
And they are out, and we are go, go, go here in Silverstone. Looks like King are getting off to a good start, but Ice Cream getting a little bit held back, maybe, as they're going side by side for the Alfa Romeo and the Mercedes further back. Oh, there's McLaren off. I think that's Kelsey Best spinning out at turn 2. Don't think he's out of the race though, as he comes into Abbey for the first time. Into Village, sorry, not Abbey. And into the loop. It's a good lead from King. But further back, though, is a McLaren and a Ferrari going side by side. I believe that is Ben Cassie and Vaslev side by side as they come through the loop. As the Mercedes weaving off to the left. I believe that's Luke Martin a little bit further down the order. Go side by side with, I think that was a Red Bull of Ethan Sargent. As here comes Vaslev up the inside now. Is that Puthran with wing damage? Puthran's got wing damage.
Looks like that. Vaslev was having a really good battle with Puthran, so he got forced out a bit wide and he was stuck behind Umphy, and it's gave Umphy the position.
Well, further back though, Ben Cassie, Livingston's trying to go around the outside of Luke Martin, but goes off track, and that might invite Magnussen down the inside of Luke Martin as we head into Magnussen Beckett's side by side again for Livingston and Martin. It looks like Martin's going to get the inside line here on the exit of Beckett's, but no, Livingston sweeps it around the outside and gets the head of the Mercedes.
And Nilsson's had a spin, or he might have had contact at Cops, I'm not quite sure. He's got no damage, but he was around.
3 wide as they go into Stowe. Luke Martin on the inside of Livingston. These two going at it for nearly half a lap now. Livingston getting back ahead, but Luke Martin looks down the inside at the Vale chicane. Doesn't find anything of it, and now the Haas of Sebastian Zervald was also eyeing up the back of Luke Martin's Mercedes there, but nothing doing as we have Puthran. Who's that? Puthran.
I think
And
Hannestad's going for a
Hiker.
move up turn 1 on the inside of Hiker. Oh Christ. Okay, Hiker's backed out, thank God. Has he got wing damage or something? Yeah, he does. Hiker's got wing damage. I was wondering why he took turn 1 so slowly. But you've got Adolf and Pufran both into the pits for a new front wing, and I'm sure Hiker will be there to join them. So Mick Williams is truly cursed his driver because they've both got wing damage. Good one, mate. I expected better from Ferrari than a P8 and P9 at the minute.
It looks
'Cause
like
they've
there's
got
going to be a
two
change of
pretty
positions
solid
though. I
drivers.
think as Ben Cassidy lets Livingstone through,
Wow.
up into P8 and see what Livingstone can
really-
do to bridge that gap between him and Magnussen.
He's
But-
really going to let him walk all over him like that.
I think we should discuss tyre strategies here, as
Should do.
everyone down to P7 on the medium compound tyres, and then everyone from P8 to P13 on the hard compound, and we've got a bit of a mixture towards the bottom, and it'll be interesting to see what Pruthon and Adolf do to change their strategies up a little bit here. As
Things you should probably mention as well are Magnussen has gained 9 positions off the start, with Livingston and Sargent gaining 5 as well.
it looks
So that's
like
not
Kelsey
not bad.
Best, Kelsey Best getting past Hiker here. I think Hiker nursing a bit of wing damage, like you said, and Kelsey Best going to make quick, easy work as they head up into Stowe.
Sharma's left the session. I wonder if he's been kicked out, because it would be quite strange for him to just leave like that.
And
But it is going to help Kelsey Best catch up to him, so...
the gap for the lead of this race is come down a little bit in the last lap, with Ice Cream now pushing up towards the back of the Alpine of Kingma.
Luke Martin only 2 tenths off the back of Cassidy. I think he might go for a move here if he gets close enough. There's yellow flags, and it's because of a spin from Magnussen, who was up 9 positions.
You saw Flick Martin go off track for a little minute there. Maybe trying to extend, dirty little track extender.
Yeah, that's what he does. Filthy cheat.
He tells people not to do it and then does it himself.
Penalties. There's not much penalties going around. Hiker's got a 5-second time penalty. But and Adolf's actually just picked up a 3-second time penalty, so the Aston Martins are really not having fun.
Oh yeah, you want me to look at tyres?
But
Who
did you
was
not
it?
need to check people's telems?
That's what I was doing.
Core 7 Pufran.
Puthran has been caught, no telemetry, and Kosa was it?
Yep.
Kosa also with no telemetry. Not good, not good.
Tut tut tut. That'll be a big slam dunk fine.
I'm just going through
Not
the
just a
entire
stand-up
grid
penalty.
here so you guys can see.
Snitch on them all.
Snitch on them. It does look like everyone else has it on for the most part. Just Puthran and Kosev with no telemetry on.
There's some battles going on, you know. You're missing them here.
Go on, tell me then.
Well, I mean, P4, P5, and P6 have about what half a second between them, and Unfi's going for a move on Vasilev up the inside. There's contact. Unfi's spun round.
Oh,
Yikes. I mean, I don't know whose fault that was because I was watching from the onboard of Ethan Sargent behind.
and it looked like a little bit of a dangerous re-entry there from Unfi in the end. I think he came out right in the middle of a battle between Luke Martin and Zerveld.
Is that Magnussen spun out again? Coming into... Oh, he spun again at Luffield. Wow. He must have some pretty hot tyres. And you're the
Seems
man
to be
with
going
telemetry,
well
so-
as Unfi nearly loses it through cops, and now he's going to come under pressure from Masic, who gets past before Magnussen and Beckett, and up into the points for Noah Masic, and down the inside comes David Duckett, but he thinks better of it. A side by side for Duckett and Hannestad actually, but Hannestad had to pull out of that one. It was a bit of a death trap from what it seemed. Oh, Duckett running wide though. Is that going to allow Hannestad to find his way up the inside? Not quite. Hannestad on the faster compounded tyres for the moment though.
Some good stuff coming from Tier 3 here.
It is.
Magnussen's
No
just-
DNFs.
Magnussen's just spun for the 5th time in one lap,
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, he's off track again there on the exit of
It's-
Magnussen and Beckett's.
He's really going to want to get onto some new tyres, for sure. But to be honest, it's all pretty close between P8 and P13.
Yeah, the entire field's pretty close for lap 5 in Tier 3. What the
Very-
hell?
What?
I
What's
mean,
happened?
Stream saw what that was, but I could see the Silverstone pit wall in the track.
Oh.
Bit of a random new bug. Right.
I like it.
Picasso.
I'll find the new ways to make this game look a bit silly.
Yeah.
Good on them. Sargent does look pretty quick behind Vasilev, and I have a feeling that with DRS assistance he might try and go for a move into Stowe because Vasilev's got quite a bad exit out there, I think.
Let's see what he can do. DRS now active for the drivers, and Vasilev pulling off to the left-hand side. Ethan Sargent going to be looking for the inside here as we head up into Stowe. Not enough top speed
not
on
gonna
that
go.
Red Bull, but they are going
Magnussen's
side by
retired.
side, heading down the hill now into the Vale chicane. Hannestad and Duckett now swapping positions as they head down the Hanger Straight and into Stowe. Hannestad moving himself up into P12.
I think Magnussen tried to retire in the pit lane. However, his
come out
AI
of
has come out of
track.
the pits. I don't know why he would do that. One safety car and he's back in the game.
Maybe just not happy with the setup or something. I don't know. Magnussen set a 2.4 seconds sector 2. What?
Magnussen's clearly just... where was the 26.1 from him then? That's why I'm confused. Hang on. Wait.
What?
Please don't say we missed the changeover for the literal lead of the race.
Oh, we did.
Oh dear.
Oh, Swan, what are you playing
Oh.
at, mate? Oh, and Umphy's
Oh!
lost. Kingman's lost it
Me?
on the exit of Cops. That's the second Alpine we've seen spinning out of the race.
That
Here
is
today.
not commentator's curse. I promise.
Yeah. Okay, mate.
Luke Martin's gonna have a good scrap with him, I reckon. Nah, he's not.
No,
Luke
Luke
Martin's
Martin going to
pretty
navigate his way around the outside of the
Boring.
Alpine. But Kingma is not. That's not what he's going to want. But now
I
it
think
promotes
he's gonna have another
Kosev
good.
up into P2 after his maybe disappointing result in Monaco. He could be in a chance of another podium here.
This has now begun a DRS train from P5 to P10.
This
And
could get-
Duckett spun. Duckett was a 10th behind Livingston, I think it was, and he's just spun there, Stowe.
Ooh, he's got-
That's a classic Duckett bottle. Unless it was someone else's fault, you know. You never know.
Well, at the moment, I mean, it's a pretty fat DRS train we have going on here, like you say, and not too much action occurring at the moment though. And if this game could give us one, what is going on with these reflections today? What the hell? Anyway, ignore that, everybody. I know it's hard, but ignore it.
Yeah, just ignore it.
So I've got some really weird audio thing going on.
I don't, so that's a you problem.
Thanks, mate.
You're welcome. Any moves, any good crack? I mean, Kingma's pretty close to the back of Luke Martin, but
Yeah.
it'll be hard for him to make a move because Luke's gonna have the DRS going down the
Yeah,
is that the
he's,
Hanger straight?
Oh, Cassie, sorry. In fact, yeah, Cassie up into P5. I didn't actually quite catch how that happened, but is that Luke Martin going for a move? It is Luke Martin going for a move down the inside at Stowe. But Luke Martin backing out.
Oh, Kingma might
Oh,
go for
King-
it.
Is that
Ooh.
who's that? Unfeet into the pits. Unfeet into the pit lane. Further back. First pit stop.
Kingma on the outside.
Kingma is trying it around the outside of Luke Martin, and he is going to make it stick. What a
Ooh.
move from the Alpine driver,
I like that.
promoting himself back up into P6, getting past Luke Martin. A lovely move there from Kingma. As I think a little bit further forward, is that Sargent now? He's just staying behind Vasilev as it stands. I think Vasilev has got maybe a little bit less wing on than the Red Bull driver. It's keeping him ahead at the moment.
Hey Connor, you know you're gonna get asked now just because of that. People are gonna be saying, "Make an overtake of the week channel."
Oh, God.
Imagine. I shouldn't have given you my idea. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
I'm lucky they're getting highlights. They can make
Yeah,
their
that'll
own bloody overtake of the week channel. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Vasilev's just got a 3-second time penalty. Not ideal for him.
No, that's
Really not ideal for
him. With
Although
Sergeant
the
right
gap-
behind him.
Yeah, but the gap to Cassie though, he's only going to lose one position,
Yeah.
so that's not awful.
Yeah. And is he closing in on Kosev, or is that just me?
Kingma could go for the move here, depending on how close the DRS gets him into Stowe. It looks like it's working really well.
It does
Might
like
go
it's
around the
working
outside
really
again.
well. Trying it round
Like he
the
did
outside.
Martin.
And is that going to make it stick? I really hate these camera angles, but
Yeah,
it
that's
is. He's
it.
ahead of Ben Cassie, going into the Vale chicane. Another great move from Kingma. He's absolutely flying at the moment.
And Zerveld spun just behind. I don't know how that happened, but
Oh,
Zerveld
come on,
has
game.
spun.
There we go. That is Sebastian Zervel, the Tier 4 World Champion. Sorry, Tier 4.
Yeah,
Season 4 Tier
Not yet,
3
mate.
World
Don't get too
Champion.
excited.
And last time out, podium sitter. And there's Nilsson setting the fastest lap now.
There's
Down
a
in
yellow-
P12.
Yellow flag. Duck got spun on the final corner. He's caused the yellow flag to come out. Kelsey Best is up into P11. So he's really trying to recover. Good on him. High hopes.
Wow. This has been a
think
great
it-
race so far. I'm enjoying this.
It actually has. It's very good. Wait, hang on. What's happened? How is Vasilev only 3/10 off the back of Kosev? I thought Kosev was a good few seconds ahead.
I said that. I thought he was catching up to him.
Oh, look,
Oh,
Martin's
Luke
just got a
Martin picking up 3 seconds.
Fluke Martin. He didn't fluke that penalty though. L. I'm surprised Livingston hasn't caught up to the, at least the DRS threshold of Noah Masic. Although I've said that now, he's probably going to go and catch up straight away, isn't he? Is Luke Martin going to go for a move? I don't think he is. But he is very close though. Especially going into the final few corners, he might make a dive for it.
I
Nah,
don't
he hasn't
think
got the
he will.
balls.
Looks like Kingerman might be pulling out of DRS range soon. He's a lot faster than
He's
these
flying.
guys on the hard compound tyres at the moment, but
He is flying.
unfortunately for him, is it a 9-10 second gap ahead of him?
Well, this battle between Vasilev and Kosev's getting really close. On the both Hungarian, the two Hungarians having a scrap.
I thought the Bulgarian.
No, Bulgarian, my bad, yeah, I mixed them up.
Wow,
Oops.
that's not right, mate.
Oh, come on! The difference is like literally 2 letters.
Wow, okay, maybe chill out now, mate. God, Brexiteers, am I right?
Oh, pack that in. It's only because we're at Silverstone, mate. I'm feeling a little bit
Oh,
patriotic.
yeah. Oh, and Vasilev maybe overstepping the white lines once again there on the exit of Cops. He has lost a little bit of time to Kosev, but let's see if he can make anything up through Maggots and Beckett's. We do know Kosev is on controller, but it didn't stop him in
Oh,
qualifying.
Sargent just spun behind them. He just spun on the exit of
Oh,
Beckett's, I
He
think it
needs
was.
to get off the apex of the exit of that corner. There you go, he's alright.
The Kingma's gonna. Ooh, that was a bit close.
Oh,
But Kingma's back up into P4 after spinning out from P2. And Vasilev's made the move because Kosev has come into the pits.
oh, he has. A bit
Is it
early.
time for the mediums to start boxing though?
I'd say it's a little bit early. I don't know. I thought like 12-13 would be in the box, but maybe he's trying to get a bit of an undercut on ice cream.
Or just to defend himself from Vasilev.
Possibly. But is Vasilev up into P2? Is that Nilsson? I don't know.
Huge DRS train now, going from the back of P3 all the way down to P11.
And Sharma's not too far off either.
He's not. This is probably Tier 3's greatest moment ever as a collective.
This is. And they didn't lose respect because no one DNF'd in lap 1.
Yeah, that's true. Sargent is right on the back of Kingman though.
Yeah, he is. But we've seen Kingman have some great pace already. So I'm pretty sure he's feeling pretty confident out there right now.
I mean, fair play to Cassie still though. He's keeping up with these two medium runners whilst he's on hards. Although the mediums may be fading out, but he's done a pretty good job to keep himself up there. He's going to be looking good for the second stint.
Oh, and Sargent, we were right on board with him, and he picked up a 3-second penalty as he headed through Maggots. and that is not going to do him too good in this huge train that's going on right now. It could cost him a few positions, especially to Cassie and Masic maybe. But he's 52% worn tyres now, and Kingma thought about going into the pit lane. Maybe trying to fake out Sargent to join him.
Well, Luke Martins went deep, and I think it's Nelly invited Noah Masic up the inside, but nah, he's too far away now. But it was looking quite close. Livingston's sniffing right on the back of Masic as well. 2/10 between them, and 2/10 between Masic and Martin.
It's close margins out here at the moment. I can't believe this is
And the
tier
gap
3.
between, and then the gap between Livingston and Hannestad's also 2/10.
And Best
Wow.
right on the rear of this train now as well. For that
And
spin.
Best 2/10 off. Wow,
Yeah.
another 2/10 gap. Oh, and Nilsson, you wouldn't believe it, but Nilsson's also 2/10
Yellow
off.
flag. Unfee's had a spin again. You saw him have a little bit of a spin. Where is that? Luffield, I think it was.
Oh, Best nearly just had a spin there. He's had a big snap on the exit, and it's invited Nilsson through, who's going around the outside, and he's got the position as well.
Yeah, and into Cops, it is going to be Nilsson leading Best, leading Sharma, his teammate.
Best was really lucky not to spin there, I think. It was quite a close call. I don't know if you were watching him.
No, I wasn't. I was
It was
looking at
really
Unfee's spin.
close.
But look at that train on the mini map. That is.
Luke Martin's letting the side down a bit because he's nearly out of Cassie's DRS,
Oh,
but
he is.
what do you expect from Luke Martin?
Oh, and
Oh,
Vaslev
wow.
into the pit lane. I'm picking up a 5-second time penalty.
Not ideal for him.
So he's
And
got
King
a
must
total
follow
of
me
8
steps.
seconds now.
But Sargent stays out in the mediums.
It's going to be a Red
I
Bull
know.
1-2 here at Silverstone temporarily.
Wow.
Hello.
Extremely rare Red Bull W.
I'm sure Ice Cream will be begging for a safety car right now.
Margin.
But Sargent could play a big role here for his teammate. He could play a big role, as he's going to be the car separating his teammate and the rest of the field. Could be. I mean, he's already holding up a good amount of cars. But let's see.
Clearly.
Let's see what he can do compared to the likes of Ice Cream's rivals in terms of Kosev. Depending on how long he's going to stay out and risk his own race.
Vasilev's came out in some pretty nice clean air,
Oh,
so that'll
wait,
be.
and
beneficial for
crucially,
him.
Vasilev's come out ahead of Kosev.
Oh yeah, true.
Kosev tried the undercut, but it's not paid off for him.
Not even close to paying off either. It's a good second gap.
One of Luke's real life friends has just put Fluke Martin in the top 4, but how long till he spins?
I mean, he's only in the top 4 because of people in front boxing. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Fluke Martin has real life friends. I don't believe that.
I think they came up with the name Fluke Martin.
Well, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I've just accidentally closed my game.
No, you
Not
haven't.
fully. No, not
Oh.
fully, not fully. I
Okay.
tabbed off. We've got
Oh,
two
and
people coming.
Double
now.
stack for Red
Sar-
Bull.
Yeah, but Sargent's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding as well.
Oh,
Hannah
no.
Stad and Nilsson coming in as well. Is it a double stack for Red? Will it pay off though? I think it will. The gap between them was huge. Oh, actually, I think Sargent's been held up in the slightest there.
Yeah, he did. It happens no matter what, I think, in this game, if you put on the same lap as your teammate. But he does still get out ahead of Hannestad and Nilsson. But Ice Cream, where is he going to come out? Let's see. And it is ahead of Vaslev and Kosev by quite some margin. I'd say that's a bigger margin than it was before.
The cool tires could be a factor though. Depends, because Vasilev could really close that gap whilst Ice Cream struggles on the cold hards.
Very true. I wonder if we're going to see a move by Luke Martin here, as now it is going to just be Cassie leading the train out with no DRS available to him. And of course, these guys on the hard combat tyres, so their strategy could come back into play later on in this race, but with that huge margin between, what was it, P2 and P3 or P3 and P4?
Can I actually just say, right, Kelsey Best, despite spinning at turn 1, lap 1, is now only 1 second behind Livingston, who's like, top 4 of the hard runners.
No bias.
So Kelsey Best on the mediums, on his second stint, could really, claw some points back. after what happened.
But here comes Luke Martin down the inside into the Vale chicane. A little bit late on the brakes for him, pushing Cassie off to the side, but Cassie slips it back down the inside into Club, and he's going to keep his position. What?
I was just saying that Luke Martin went for the switchback, but he's not going to get it. I mean, it's just a dirty move up the inside, really. What more do you expect from him?
The only bias me and Swan have is we both don't like Luke Martin.
Yeah. I think that's really invited message, though. If he gets a good exit on Luke, you never know. I don't think he's going to get it, though.
Luke's running a special British-themed helmet because he's a Brexiteer.
Wow. And he would have spent at least 2 hours making that because he's sad. Cassie's ran it a bit deep there. I wonder if that's depending on the exit he gets there. Nah, never mind. Actually, I'm not sure. I think Luke's running some pretty low wings compared to the people around him. Well, Livingston's now only a 10th off the back of Masic, so will he make a move down the hangar straight when he's got the DRS? Who knows? Depends how he does through Maggots Beckett's.
Oh, he's really closing up to him. A little bit of a understeer kicking in through Beckett's, but it could still be in with a shot. He's deploying the ERS. Don't think it's going to be enough though. As further up ahead, Luke Martin's going for the move down the inside of Stowe, and he slots that Mercedes in beautifully ahead of the Ferrari. I've got to say, that was a pretty good move from Luke Martin, and they both come into the pits. A worthwhile move then.
Could have been a crucial move, yeah.
And luckily, no contact between Cassie and Martin as they come into the pits. No pushing one another across the line.
Chelsea Best is now involved in the DRS with Livingston and Masic as well, so he's getting himself back up there.
But this could break the DRS chain though here with Cassie, Martin, and who's that? Sharma. Actually, no, Sharma wasn't. Oh, he's at the end of the train, wasn't he? But Martin and Cassie both coming in earlier than those guys could break up this DRS chain that we've had going on. But let's
yellow
watch.
Flag
Let's
for a
watch.
spun car of Nilsson.
And Kingma's flying at the moment. A 31.3 from Kingma as the rest come out the pits. I think he's going to be very clear. Considering he's already warmed up these hard compound tyres as well. I think he's going to be pretty far ahead of the Mercedes and the Ferrari by the end of this lap.
Ice Cream is still net P1 though, with a 3-second gap to Vasilev, who also has an 8-second time penalty. Ice Cream's kept it clean so far, no penalties for him. It's looking quite good.
Yeah. So at the moment, the net race lead is Ice Cream, net P2 Vasilev, net P3 Kosev, and Kingma seems to be fastly approaching the two, the last podium position at least.
Oh, Sargent just made a move around the outside of Luffield on Luke Martin. Luke Martin on cold mediums there. That was quite a good move. I only saw the second half of it, but still. Big balls.
Red Bull's both having a pretty good race out there at the moment, I'd say. Is it P1 and P5 for them at the moment?
Yeah, I think so.
As in comes Livingston into the pit lane. Last time out's race winner. Let's see where he comes back out in best following suit as well.
Masic stayed out though. I have a feeling for some reason that Masic. Oh, who spun off? It is Sargent.
Oh,
Sargent.
I've cursed him.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. Not again.
It's currently a Haas 1-2. However, Haas always seem to do the most weirdest strategies I've ever seen across all three. Actually, I don't know about Tier 1. But Kizil in Tier 2 loves a bit of a weird strategy gamble. And I wonder if he's telling these Tier 3 drivers to do the same thing.
Let's see where like the likes of Luke Martin comes out compared to Best and Livingston. There goes Livingston out the pits, whereas Best is just going to be behind the train of Cassie and Luke Martin and Livingston.
That move that Luke Martin's made on Cassie just before going in though, it's really seemed to pay off, and Livingston's on cool tyres now, so
yeah,
Luke with the DRS should get past.
Could see a move from Luke Martin here as he pulls out to the left. Down the Wellington straight, getting a big squeeze from Cassie and the Ferrari, but going into Brooklands, it is going to be the Mercedes ahead of the Ferrari, ahead of Cassie. Sorry, did I say? I said Livingston.
You said no. You said Cassie.
I meant Livingston. God.
Luke Martin's low wing setup. Well, I'd assume he's got a low wing setup compared to the others. It seems to be really paying off in the race, which is a shame. Of course. I wonder how Masic has not went to the pits yet again, so I wonder how long he's going to try and stretch it out.
3 years?
Probably something like that. Oh, Leeds are currently beating Man United in the first minute of the game. That's fantastic news, and I hope Jeff Pavich is crying.
I bet he's happy he missed the Tier 3 race.
to watch that terrible team
Yeah.
lose to Leeds.
Well, like I said, it has broken up that train a little bit. There's still a bit of a train going on here, though. From what is that? P7 to P12, right? Yeah, P7 to P12. I mean, there's a bit of a gap now between Best and Cassie, I think, as Best tries to fire up those new medium tyres last lap. But the two Ferraris.
Sorry. We've missed a hydrate from Magnussen, so I'm gonna do it for him.
Oh, I did. Oh yeah, we can hear that. We can hear that all right. The two Ferrari seems to be hounding the back of Luke Martin's Mercedes, maybe just charging up their battery, getting ready to an attack. But here goes Zach Livingston. Maybe he thought about it going into Brooklands, but slots back behind as we head into Lovefield, and might have to play his game a little bit more patiently. But it's pretty spread out now. They're all. This has probably been the best Tier 3 race of the season, I'd say.
I'm not quite sure how it went from a DRS stream from P3 down to like P11. Now we've got 3 second and 4 second gaps between each car. What has went wrong?
I think it was people pitting at the most random times, trying to get the overcut and undercuts.
I mean, the Hasses are still yet to try and... Massa just stayed out yet again.
No, he's not. He's in the pit.
Oh, sorry, I'm in Zerveld.
Oh. I wonder where these two are going to come out here.
Yellow flag for...
Sergeant.
It was either...
It was Sergeant.
I think... No, Poufran and Ducat were in
Oh.
Sector 2. And I'm not sure what's happened, to be
I
honest.
think Masic might actually be on to get ahead of Luke Martin here, maybe, when he comes out the pits. I think he might come out at the end of the train, actually. It would have been closer, I think, if he pit a few laps earlier. But still, he's going to come out ahead of Best. Masic has actually pulled off a great stint there. But Best might try and find his way down the inside here at turn 4. He thought about it. Well, Masic is trying to one-up those medium compound tyres. A little bit of contact made on the front wing of the McLaren and the rear left tyre of the Haas. But I think Masic is going to stay ahead.
Livingston's making the move on Luke Martin. Luke Martin's on the inside going into Lovefield. Livingston's trying to stick around the outside.
Side by side through Lovefield for Luke Martin and Livingston. This is some really close racing. Fine margins left out on the track between these two at the moment as they head up.
Have Verstappen, please do it.
through into cops.
Oh.
Nearly contact. Really good clean racing from these two though. Really good stuff. But Livingston does seem to be actually they're both pretty low on ERS as he heads through
Cassie's
Maggots and
right on the
Beckett's.
back of Luke Martin as well. This is extremely close between all 3 of the cars.
And Cassie's got a lot of battery to play with. Maybe his teammate helping him out a little bit there by pushing Luke Martin a little bit further back through Maggots and Beckett's. But Luke Martin's looking for the inside again, once again at Stowe on Livingston. They're going to go side by side on exit, but I don't think Luke Martin's going to have the run on him. He's looking for the inside into Vale. He finds it. A little bit of wheel banging once again.
Livingston's showing on the limits.
And now Cassie's going to go down the inside.
Ooh.
Oh, he doesn't quite make the move stick. Luke Martin's going to keep
on the inside.
Masic on the inside of turn 1. There's some really good racing here from the boys in Tier 3 here at Amethyst Racing.
Martin up the inside.
No, Martin up the inside of Livingston.
Go
Best up the inside of Masic further back. And Livingston's going to have to settle back down into P7 as Luke Martin's taking P6 once again. But Luke Martin's got DRS.
How has he got the DRS?
I don't know, but further back it was Best going side by side with Masic, but Cassie has kept P8 for now.
Jesus Christ.
Masic P9, Best P10.
Hannastad and Sharma are getting involved now as well. Masic is going up the inside of Cassie.
He doesn't quite find the traction that he needs though to get the run, but he is using some ERS on the run up to Cops. No, he's thinking better of it. As further up ahead, Livingston is all over the rear of Luke Martin's Mercedes.
Very wide through Cops there. This racing is the closest and cleanest I've ever seen.
I don't believe I'm watching Tier 3, I'm not going to lie to you.
Ducat's just made the move on Poufran, I think, and he's heading into Lovefield now. And Poufran's going around the outside. Never mind, he's going for the switchback.
Going for the switchback on the Alfa Romeo. They're going to be side
Yellow
by side.
flag.
Oh!
Sharma's retired.
Sharma's out. Is that a safety car? It is a safety car. We're going to have a safety car here in Silverstone on lap 20.
I think he's just dropped the ball himself there.
This could really spice things up though, because those medium runners, you know, on the fresher tire, fresher and faster tires for the last stint of this race, could really put some pressure on these race
Zerveld,
leaders.
totally forgot. Zerveld was staying out. Zerveld has come into the pits to fit some softs.
Softs, okay.
Oh, that is
This could get
that's
interesting.
good for him.
This could get very interesting here.
He's loving life.
Stonks, says Kiziel. Has TP.
I told you that man, he picks the weirdest strategies ever. Didn't pay off for you in Portimao though, did it, mate? 31 laps on those hards.
Elbozo.
Wow. Well, I mean, during the safety car, Luke, Christ. I'm so sorry. That's an insult.
One thing I really want to point out actually is Kingma was only 3 seconds off the back of being on the podium again. And in fact, he would have been on the podium again if the race finished like that. He's done an incredible recovery.
You know who else has done an incredible recovery? Kelsey Best.
Kelsey Best.
That
no,
man was at the back.
no bias. No bias.
No, but seriously though, that man was at the back of the
yes,
grid lap one.
from P2, turn 2, spinning out at turn 2 and recovering his way back into the top 10, and currently has the fastest lap of the race.
Rumour has it Swan's brain falls out of it. Rumour has it Alex Harris touches kids every day,
Okay.
not just a Wednesday. Oh, during the safety car period, I think I may go to the toilet, Connor.
Yeah, okay, mate. That might be good
Hey.
for Twitch to not be hearing stuff like that. But but here on lap... Oh, Vasilev into the pit lane. Onto softs for Vasilev. An interesting strategy. I suppose he does have the 3 seconds, but I don't know. Maybe a poor strategy option. Let's see if it pays off. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Hannesad also into the pit lane. I'm going to guess for softs as well. No. Medium compound tyres for the AlphaTauri driver. There you go. There's your race leader. Ice Cream currently leading Kosev, Kingma, Martin, Livingston, Masic, Cassie, Best, Zerveld and Vasilev as he exits the pit lane. Is going to be the top 10 of this race on lap 21 as we are under safety car conditions. Or 22, sorry. That comment will not make it into the highlights. No, it will not. It will not. I hope it... I wish it didn't make its way into the stream, to be honest with you. Let's hear some predictions, guys. Who do we think is going to charge up the grid here on this restart? We've got a lot of... let's get this up. We've got a lot of people on the medium compound tyres, Masic of which being on 3-lap old mediums, only in P6 as well, and all the rest ahead of him on older compound tyres. So it could be a good start for him, but also Zerveld and Vasilev further down the order both got 3-second time penalties and won't be worried to try the hardest here just to stay in the points.
Oh, restarting yet?
No, not yet. I'm just going through who we think might be at the best advantage here. Because Masic on those 3-lap old mediums in P6 has got the youngest tyres in the top 8. And also Zerveld Vasilev also came in for softs. And Hannesad on the 1-lap old mediums, Unfi on the 1-lap old softs. And Puthram and Nilsson on the medium compound tyres. And then the bottom 4 also all on fresh softs as well. But Adolf with the 12-second penalties could struggle a little bit. And I'm not sure the Aston Martins can actually catch up before they restart.
Well, I mean, they are quite far back, to be fair. I think Adolf might, but I'm not. I don't have much hopes for Hiker, to be honest. Making it back.
Well, here's the predictions from chat. Nilsson has been predicted by Monk to gain a few positions here.
Jesus Christ, hang on, Connor.
Hello.
Chavez has just emerged from out of like under a rock and said 17th and 18th under the masterclass. This is what happens when you VTP. This is why you don't want Chavez in your team, realistically.
But Livingston has been suggested by Harris in P5. I think Livingston has looked pretty racy here, but so is Luke Martin, surprisingly. I mean, as much as we might call him Luke Martin and hate on him, he's been pretty fast here. You have to give it to him. Compared to some of the races he's had this season. Who else have we... Hiker. Hiker Revenge Arc. Okay.
Yeah, well, if he catches up the safety car, that is.
Yeah.
I think you need to give everyone credit, because the racing has been really solid.
It has.
From everyone.
It has.
And there's not been any stupid collisions being made or anything. It's been clean racing, and it's good from tier 3.
Yeah, and even Sharma, who just DNF'd, had some great pace at the back of that train for the points paying positions. It's just unfortunate. I think he did just drop the ball, like you said.
I could be wrong. There could have been contact, but it just looked like maybe he did. But I'm not sure how, because it was on the entry. Well, before the entry, sorry. I think it was even before the braking point of Stowe. I think it was literally going down the straight. Is the safety car not coming in?
No, but Duck just got overtaken by Adolf. Oh, Duck spun. Duck spun, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
How dare you? How dare you, Connor?
But we are going to have another lap of safety car, which, for the soft runners, I'm sure they're very happy about.
This is enthralling. No, I don't think the soft runners would be happy about that, to be honest, Connor. Well, I can't actually. Were you being sarcastic or not?
No, I wasn't. Why would they not be?
Because,
Less
well, I
chance
think
to
the tyres...
overtake, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But
They're gonna have less time
let's have a look actually what their tyre wear is.
Because their tyres definitely could have made it. I mean, they've been on a safety car the whole time they've been on them, so...
Yeah, they're on
They're probably on no more than
13% reserve valve.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, they're on no more than like 10-15%. Those tyres would have lasted until the end from lap 24. Well, the start of lap 24. The safety car is going to win the race. You know, alright. Still a better driver than Luke Martin.
But my
Actually, I just realised, even the people running the softs, actually, how many of them have penalties? Because that is not going to help.
I think Vasilev might have served his 5-second penalty, if I'm not wrong.
Every single soft runner has a time penalty, apart from Hiker at the back.
Has Vasilev only got 3 seconds now?
Hang on, Duck has just got a 5-second time penalty for a collision under the safety car with Adolf.
Oh, great.
Vasilev has gotten rid of his 5-second time penalty, but he does still have 3 seconds of course from exceeding track limits, I believe.
So it's going to be a race for position between him and Zerveld.
It will be, yes. And I wonder if he does get past Zerveld and catches up the Best. I wonder what Best's going to do about it.
And I think with this, with the way this race started, with the huge, massive DRS trains we saw, I think Co7 Martin's penalties are going to really cost him here, with how close his pack might be by the end of the race.
This is a bit like Baku 21, mate. We've got 2 racing laps.
2 racing laps. We're going to have 2 racing laps to decide the championship.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, boys. Hey, into the wall. Well, not in the wall. Into the runoff. Right. Let's see if Ice Cream gets a good start. Well, restart then. No, unfortunately, I just can't help but think that Luke Martin's going to gobble up the top 3.
Well, here we go. As we come to the Vale chicane, I'm sure Ice Cream is thinking about this restart. And here he goes, back on the power for Ice Cream. Kosev struggling to keep up pace with him. Kingma just hanging back for now. Luke Martin got a really, really shoddy restart and stays in P4 and falls
Kelsey
off.
Best up the inside.
Kelsey Best up the inside of Ben Cassie. I think he's got the position on him, as he might go side by side here into Village, but no, he doesn't. Oh my god, 3 wide. And there's wing damage for Vasilev. Vasilev has got wing damage. I think that was contact with Zerveld and Cassie maybe, as he went 3 wide there into Village. Cassie still holding it side by side with Sebastian Zerveld. Cassie still holding it side by side with Vasilev as they head now into Brooklands. And Cassie's actually now stuck behind. Oh, and there's contact! Contact with Hannestad. Hannestad tumbling down the order. I think that was contact with the back of Cassie from what I saw, who were riding the board of it. And it's not wing damage. I thought it was wing damage for the race leader there, but we're all good.
Here comes the first sector 2 for Luke Martin then, on the mediums compared to the 3 hard runners in front of him.
Yeah, he's caught up a lot of time already. We saw on that restart, he lost about 8 tenths, nearly a second, to the back of Kingma's Alpine. But
there's not going to be any DRS to use, remember, because of the restart being on lap 25.
Yeah, so it's
So-
going to be all battery powered down these straights and inducing the
Kingma
overtakes.
might-
I think Kingma's looking for a move here on Kosev. Thought about going down the inside at Stowe, but doesn't
That's
find the
invited
room.
Luke Martin. Luke Martin might go up the inside here. Or round the outside. He's going for it.
He's looking for it round the outside at the Vale chicane, but there goes
Livingston.
Zach Livingston down the inside of both of them. I think that was a bit dirty from him, but I don't know. We need to see an onboard of that.
Adolf's
Adolf
cleared.
retired. Adolf is out of the race. As who is that? So
Three wide into turn 1 nearly with Kingman Best and Zerveld. Zerveld's backed out of it.
There's no Masic. You got to remember on the freshest medium compound tyres here in the top 10. Could be looking to make some positions up. His Best actually looks down the inside of the Haas driver. Can't
And
find
Kingman
any
spun
space.
round.
Oh no! I didn't quite catch that. But that is Kingma spinning out of the race. That leaves the current order running Ice Cream, Kosev, Livingston, Martin, Masic, and then Best. Running on the top 6. Can't see too much happening right now. It's the last lap of the race.
Livingston's looking really good for a P2 here. And why is there a yellow flag? What's happened?
Sergeant got a 5-second penalty for cutting a corner.
I'm not quite sure what's happened there. There was a yellow flag. And there's someone going up the inside of Cops. And it was, I think it was Unfi on Vasilevs went up the inside at Cops.
Got to remember, Vasilev is carrying that wing damage as well.
Very true, but Unfi's just cut the corner by a mile. Christ. Any moves going to be made into the last few corners here? Kelsey Best is 2/10 off of Noah Masic. I don't know if he's going to be close enough to make the dive though. You may have to settle for P6. Looks like it will be that way.
But here's the man that's going to take the race win here today. Is Ice Cream taking his maiden win here for Amethyst Racing. He's kept his cool. He kept ahead on the safety car restart, and he's taken the
Luke
checker
Martin?
flag first as Luke
Oh,
Martin.
I had a penalty. I had a penalty, my bad.
Okay. Thanks for ruining that.
No, 'cause I didn't
I'm
think
joking.
he was going to go that far down to P7 with that penalty.
Wow, what a race, man. What a race.
That was good stuff.
Good stuff, tier 3. Good stuff. I nearly called you tier 1 then. That's how
Yeah, that's how great it was.
that's how great it was.
Livingston, according to the Game was Driver of the Day, I can't really argue with that. I think he definitely had a solid race. He went from, where was it, a P2, P14, something like that? No, was it not P12 actually?
I don't even know. There's so much going on that race, and it was a 20
Right,
driver
you-
grid.
Okay, I'll have a look.
But there's your race winner. Ice Cream, Nonya Ice Cream. I don't think that's his real name. I'd be very surprised if it is.
I doubt it.
But going to be taking a top step of the podium. I believe that is Red Bull's first win since you were last there, if I'm not wrong, in Tier 3 at least. And it is Ice Cream's first win here at Amethyst Racing, the second in a row actually. I don't think we've ever had 2 maiden wins in a row from what I know, unless, well, I guess at the start. But I mean, what a result! What a result for him. I don't think he even lost the lead of the race. Other than when he pit.
Yeah, the Hasses. Yeah, I think that'll be. No, sorry, King must start on pole, did he not? And lost the lead by Ice Cream.
Yeah, he did. My bad.
Alex Harris reckons that Best will be on the podium because he thinks that Livingston will get a time penalty for the move that he made. I mean, it's possible. It did look quite.
It did look a bit argy-bargy. I think, to be honest with you, what I thought originally was that he missed his braking point. But it could have been, I don't know. We need to see on board before we make any decisions on that.
Very true.
But at the moment, that is your final classification for the Tier 3 Silverstone Grand Prix.
Hope you got your screenshots.
I've got them already, mate. Don't you worry.
Good stuff.
But yeah, I mean, that was like real life. Silverstone delivered. That was good stuff. I very much enjoyed that.
Interview time. Whee!
It is interview time. Wow. Wow. Oh, it still says Red Bull launch. Hang on, I'll fix that. Don't you worry, guys. Bam. Look at that. Beautiful. Your co-commentator is a fraud and abuses his Discord mod powers.
Very cool. Didn't ask.
Mate, you're a fraud. Right.
Why is he complaining that he's timed out? Mate, your timeout runs out in like 2 or 3 hours or something. Just cope.
You get timed out on Twitch in a minute. Mate, I've never known anyone like to devolve more than Max Housley.
I know, right?
Um, Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll bring up our race winner, a maiden race winner,
Get his teammate up as well, yeah.
and his teammate. And
Yeah,
is
of
Binder an
course.
engineer?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, bring him up.
Let's get a Binder up
He
here.
deserves it.
Well, I
So-
mean, first of all, congratulations on your first win here at Amethyst Racing Ice Cream. I know
Yeah,
you've
thank
been
you.
you've been around since I think beginning of season 5, late season 4 was it?
Silverstone, season 5.
Season 5, right? Well, I mean, it's been a long time coming. I know you've had your ups and downs, like anyone, but a very well done race, and you kept your head under the safety car, and after the safety car period, and I mean, just really well done, mate. Do you want to
Yeah,
speak about
thank you.
anything in particular?
I don't know, it was just so scary. The last safety car. I saw a McLaren pit, and if the other cars had pitted, it would be over for me. So it was good that I think it was an Alfa Romeo as well, Kosev maybe, stayed out, and yeah, I was so happy at that point.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
you had I believe it's your first front row start as well, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
So, it's a good weekend from you. First front row start and your first win in Amethyst. And it was very, very close to being pole position. I think it was like 800ths of a second
yeah.
away
I
from
forgot to bring down the fuel.
away from Kingma. Unfortunately, we did miss your move for the lead and the early stage of the race. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? We didn't quite catch that.
I was unsure if I should stay behind and pull away, or if I should like go for the move and then just pull away. But then he got, I think, a fairly bad exit, and then I just put on ERS and overtook on the straight. That was it. It wasn't like some crazy move with that. It was just really scary.
Good stuff. And did you have to change up your strategy at all to work around the guys that were in that big train behind you on the hard compound tires? Did that put any pressure on you to change your strategy?
Yeah, I went for one more lap just to get the fresh tires. That was it. Like I didn't know if I should just pit the same lap as him or if I should just go for one more lap. But I wanted the fresher tires, so I just stayed out for one more.
Well, great stuff, mate, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I'll move over to your teammate, Sargent. I want to say a good qualifying from you, only just outside the top 10. Put you in a good position to go and get some points in the race, and you made the most of it. We saw you up there in P5, and obviously then you got into P2 once everyone pit, leading the train of all the hard runners. Do you want to talk a bit about what that was like? Was it an easy thing to do, being at the front of that train? Was it, sit back and just get the lap times in, or was it a bit of checking your mirrors?
Wasn't that easy because I spun basically straight away after going into second. And after that, I spun like a couple more times and just put me right down to the back of the grid. The safety car came out, and then I thought I was gonna get a few more positions because I was in the softs, but the safety car just stayed out way too long for the softs to properly work.
Yeah, your race kind of came apart, unfortunately, after the pit stops. Unfortunately, it finished in P16 in the end. But,
Yeah, I'm going to get 5 seconds removed, hopefully, though.
Right, and would that put you up any further?
15th.
Into what, 15th?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, unfortunate for you that you won't get any points out of this race, but I'm sure it will turn around for you. Is there anything else you guys want to add on top of this?
Just the engineer binder is a very good one. I couldn't do it without him, honestly.
the last few races we saw both drivers have the pace to consistently finish in top 5, I think. The only thing that is still to get better is the consistency, but having the pace is a good foundation to achieve more, and we have that, so I'm positively looking forward to the next races.
That's good. And yeah, I would agree. I think you two have both been up there all season, and yeah, hopefully, what is it next? Austria will bring some good results for you guys.
I feel so
Yeah.
sorry for Kingma, man. He had the pace, but he spun. So sad for him, man.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate weekend for King Mutt,
Yeah.
but you know, you made the most of it. You got yourself up there, and you grabbed the win.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank
guys,
you, guys.
yeah, thank you for hopping up here,
Yeah, cheers.
and we'll see you next week. Cheers. All right. Does anyone else want to come up? I think it's Kosev.
Where's Zachary these days?
I don't know. But
Hello.
here's Kosev. Obviously commentating a tier 1 race for us, and
Mhm.
putting your own little twist on it in areas. But how did your race go? I mean, obviously we saw you up there in qualifying, and yeah. Well, you've been a pretty solid qualifier this season. I think you've been pretty solid all around, but
Yeah.
only 4 tenths away from pole. Qualifying P6 in qualifying, but finishing P5 in the race. I mean, it's an improvement. I think your 3-second time penalty, right? That's gotta be what
Yeah.
cost you a
I
podium today.
think it's Swan fault because of that. It's always him.
What?
Yeah.
What's my fault?
Because I have 3 seconds because of you, cunt.
Because of me.
Yes.
How's that?
I know, tell me.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue.
Sorry?
Let's continue. I mean, qualifying wasn't that great. Like, I was a bit surprised that I had P6. Like before the qualifying and the race, me and Vasiliev were talking about how we will not have the pace even for top 8. So it was a literal surprise for me. From the start, I was also surprised because I made 3 positions from P6 to P3. Yeah, but after the race, it was a bit boring. But these 3 seconds had me because Kingma was so far behind, and I thought I'm gonna keep that podium position. I'm gonna keep it. But then at the last corner, I had a moment. I lost 1 second. Then Kingma was 3 seconds behind me, and Vasiliev was 4 seconds in front of me. So I thought, shit, I'ma lose this podium position. Then after the safety car came out, I waited to see if Ice Cream and Vasiliev are gonna box. If if they box, I'm staying out, and yeah, that.
Well, I mean, it was a close race all the way through down in the midfield. When you pit, you came out amongst it, right? So was it a close battle in down there, or is it just an easy get your head down and just try and drive through them all?
Told you, I had mostly boring race, so I don't remember much of it.
Fair enough. But the boring races sometimes bring the results, and it did today. Another 10 points to add to the bag.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Duckett might not be too happy with himself, but I'm sure he'd be happy with your performance. So,
Kind of.
well, thank you for hopping up here, mate, and we'll hope to speak to you again next week.
May I try my favorite quote on live?
Your favourite
Quash. Yeah.
cheers. Oh, right. Does anybody else want to come up for an interview? We'll do one more if anybody does want to go do one more.
Livingston.
Is he here? Oh, he is here.
Yeah. He literally finished P2. Get him up.
Hi
Well, he didn't put his
guys.
hand up. but he's here now. Hello.
Hello.
Well, I mean, P2 in the end.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure me and Swan were pretty shocked to see you down in P12, or what? It was P12, right? In
It was
quali?
P13, I think,
13.
in the end. Very
13.
bad. Very bad.
We were shocked to see you there anyway.
Yeah, I was too.
But you've soon found your groove in the race. I think you were just behind Cassie, before it all kind of then started to spiral out of control, and Cassie let you through.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, you just were stuck in that train with the likes of Martin, Best, and a few others.
Yeah.
And Masic. But in those final stages, I think the safety car really brought you guys back into the race.
Definitely.
And you made a pretty heroic ascent into the Vale chicane.
Yeah. Some would call it heroic. I think others would call it a bit stupid, but there was a gap and I went for it. So.
I say a bit stupid personally.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I was so much faster than the both of them.
Let's
Just
see.
saw the gap.
Is there
you know.
is there a clip of it yet? Has anyone
I
made
have
a ticket yet?
do you want to see my point of view? I don't know if I can
Yeah,
stream
yeah,
to this thing or not. But
you can't. Do you have it? Do you have
do
it
you want me-
saved?
do you
Do you
want
have it on
me to send
medal?
it to you guys? Yeah, I'll send it to you guys. Hold on.
Okay. We'll get this up on stream so we can all make, well, not all make, but we'll people can have an opinion on it.
Yes. Where is it? I'll cut it down so you're not watching the recording at the beginning.
Kuma's just said, definitely stupid. Do you want my angry POV?
Hold on.
We should get all POVs. Just
Yeah, if you've got a POV on it, send it into clips, and because I'm sure, I think was it Harris that said he's gonna get a penalty for it or something.
Yeah, Chris would know, wouldn't he? He's an FIA member, so.
Yeah. Hang on. You send it to me in DMs.
Yeah, I'll send it to you now.
Okay, doke.
Where is? Alright. Message. On a Ratford? I don't know if that's gone through or not.
Yeah, it has.
There we go.
There we go. Right. There we go. Alright, okay. I've got it up now. Let me just bring it up on stream. If it lets me. Come on. Perfect. So here we are. On board with Livingston, heading down into the Vale chicane. This FOV is interesting.
I like it.
Okay. There was a lot more space than I thought there was. But
Yeah. It wasn't like I didn't like fucking just ram him off the road.
Ooh.
It's not playing
close to coast over there.
I don't think it's
Jesus.
playing on the stream, by the way.
Oh, it's not. It's not. Oh, I'm being a muppet. There we go.
nice one.
Now here we are on board with Livingston, heading down to the Vale chicane. Definitely not said that already. Yeah, you can see there is space given. There is space down the inside, and the question is though, is it? I guess we'll have to look more into it, but I'll play it one more time, a bit like stop by stop.
This will be fun when it takes 5 days to get some
Response.
answers for the tickets.
I mean, tell you what, it is a opportunistic dive. I'll give you that.
I wasn't aiming to kill anyone. You know.
You might get the outcome of this by France.
Really?
Yeah.
That is very quick and decisive. Thank you guys so much.
Maybe Belgium actually.
Well, I mean, a very well raced race from you. So,
Thank you.
I mean, coming off the back of the win in Monaco, a P2
Yeah.
is the way to do it. And yeah, I mean, very good stuff. And Cassie also bringing home a good result. He's not here.
He was here a second ago. I don't know where he's gone, but
It would have been nice to get him up here.
Yeah.
As last race it was a 1-5, and today it's a 2-6.
Mhm.
So good result. And Ferrari are absolutely smashing it in all tiers at the moment.
Yeah.
So you guys are looking good. You guys are looking good. But
Yeah. Absolutely.
anything else you want to add? Are you looking forward to Austria?
No. What is the next one? Austria, did you say?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. I have nothing else to say about that.
that's cool.
That is the most mid-track ever. But
True.
Well, it's a
true.
sprint
Why
race.
everyone
it's,
gasses
it's a
Austria.
sprint race.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can barely overtake anyone around there. Why is it?
Austria.
Okay, anyway.
There's
Yeah.
3 DRS
Uh,
straights in a row. How can you not overtake anyone?
Yeah, but they're all tiny. To be fair, apart
Yeah,
from
they're
the one,
so small.
the run up to turn 3 and maybe turn 4 is good. Well, turn 5, whatever it is. But they're all tiny DRS ones. It's such a
Then,
mid track.
You know, I think you two just can't overtake.
You don't even race, mate.
Exactly, because I'm too good. I won't give everyone else a chance.
Yeah, he won the championship last time he raced. so-
Exactly.
Mm,
Well,
mm.
not true. But either way, thank you for hopping up here, mate. And I hope to speak to you again next week.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you.
Good
Thanks,
race
guys.
today.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, I think that about wraps it up for today. Yeah, it was the best race of this season for Tier 3, in my opinion. Very well done from all the Tier 3 drivers. Very entertaining, to say the least. And anything else you want to add, Swan?
Going to Wembley, up the mags. Easy
Alright,
game.
Okay, that's cool. Alrighty, we'll be back on Friday at 7 p.m. for the Tier 1 Austria race. If you are interested in watching that, be on the stream on the same place by probably Luke Martin, who I see has just joined the audience. So tune in for that, and thank you guys for hopping in there.